It's your friend, the Felon, and I am here to show gratitude for an everyday item that I missed so much while I was in prison, and it is this beauty, Q-tip. No, Q-tips were not allowed. In the 2.5 years that I was in, no spot that I was in had Q-tips. Sometimes there were because they were let in by a package room officer that skirted the rules or that favored an inmate or something like that. But typically they were contraband. You're not allowed to have them. I don't exactly know why, and trying to get an answer to the why is never a fruitful endeavor in prison because you're never going to get an answer for any of those types of things. I assume maybe somebody sharpened it and used it as a weapon, but at the same time, there's a million things that can be used for a weapon. So I don't know, where there's a will, there's a way, I guess. And in that vein, where there's a will, there's a way, you'd be surprised how plugged up your ears get when you don't have access to a Q-tip. So I would sometimes lay down on one side and wake up in the morning and not be able to hear out of one of my ears for quite a while until like I kind of massaged it and worked it out. If you were lucky enough to be seen by the clinic, they would give you some sort of drop to put in your ear, but it wasn't super effective. It just kind of made it feel a little bit more wet. I'm trying not to use the word everybody hates, moist. And it was just even more uncomfortable and just felt awful. So one of my friends came up with a solution, and I don't recommend trying this at home, but he would take a twist tie from a loaf of bread and strip off the plastic part, so it was just the skinny metal bone of it, and like twist it almost into like a noose knot, so it had like a little loop at the end, almost like a net. So it was real tight, and then he would use it to scoop out some of the wax from our ears. Just and we would literally sit around and do that, and it was a relief too. You'd be surprised, like the gunk that comes out. It's so gross. I'm grossing myself out. But anyway, I'm gonna go Q-tip. Cheers.